A lot of people get hung up trying to find the one for them. There's no such thing as the mythical one and only for them. There are 8 billion people on planet Earth. And as time goes on, there are going to be even more than that. The truth is, you can have a fulfilling life, like a satisfying, real, happy, and rewarding relationship with a lot of different people. There's a lot of people out there that you can spend your entire life with, and it would be totally fine. The mythical one for you is not a cosmic thing. It is not ordained by the universe. It is not chosen by God. It's chosen by you. You choose it. You choose that. It does exist, and it is your decision. It is only your decision. It is your choice. And as soon as you realize that, it's very liberating for you. It's very empowering. It gives you the ability to rekindle a relationship or break it off. Maybe somebody is genuinely just not the person that they were when you started a relationship with them. They changed. It happens all the time. It happens, it does. And they're a bad influence on you. They hurt you. If that's the case, and you can't do anything to maybe fix it, then your love is yours to choose. You can just break that off right here, right now. And because love is yours to choose, and it is completely up to you to choose, then you can start something new with somebody else. And another thing, maybe you're in a good relationship with somebody, and you used to have that spark of love, but now it's gone. Or maybe it's still there, but it's not as powerful as it once was, and you're worried about the sanctity of your relationship, and you want it to stay strong, but it's just not coming to you as naturally as it once was. That's normal. That happens to plenty of people. It's not specific to you. Plenty of people can relate to that. Some aspect of love, you have to realize, is just monkey brain chemicals. You know, there's all sorts of guys out there, they see large honking boobs, and that gets them going. But then, it fades. They're in a relationship with this woman, and ultimately, what matters in the long run is whether they are compatible in terms of personality and lifestyle. If you're in a situation like that, where once upon a time you had great feelings for them and they had great feelings for you, but it's starting to fizzle out, then if you are willing to face that fact and own your love, take ownership of it, then you can rekindle that, because you choose to love this person, and you choose to wake up every single day to continue to love this person. It's also pretty empowering for people in a really sad situation. Like, for example, maybe two people really did love each other every day, every week, every month, every year, But then someday something happened and one of them died. And now this other person is left, well, I loved this person with all my heart, and now they're gone. What do I do now? Well, you can draw strength from the fact that you own your love for that person. And anyone in that situation, unfortunately, they have to make a choice. Do I continue to love this person who is dead now? They're dead and gone. They don't exist. They're in the dirt. They are dirt. Do I continue to love them? And for some people, the answer is yes. They draw strength from the fact that they own every single iota of the love that they feel. And they choose to love that person anyway. They say, I don't care that they don't even exist anymore. I don't care about that at all. Because I love them so much. I love them even though I cannot see them, I cannot hear them, I cannot live with them. They're not here at all. They're not here to listen to me, and I can't listen to them anymore. They're dead and gone. Completely and utterly detached, and yet I choose to love them still. And they draw strength every single day to make that decision, to continue to love in that way, so strongly for that person. Alternatively, in that scenario, that person alone now, they can draw strength in a different way. Now that that person is gone, after sufficient time of mourning and grieving for them, they can draw strength from the fact that they own their love to then go out and find somebody new, to rekindle love with a new person this time and start a new life with them. Different people handle it different ways. I'm not going to judge. I've never been put into a situation like that. I'm not sure how I would react. I'm not judging. And on top of all that, what about all the new lovebirds? People who, they're young and they're in a relationship and they're wondering to themselves, is this person the one? Do I really want to be with this person, and specifically this person? I know that I have power over the love that I feel, and I can choose who to love, and I can choose to wake up every day to choose to love this person continuously, and I can theoretically do that every single day until the day that I die, and therefore live a happy, satisfying, full of love life with this person. I know I can do that. But do I want to do it? Do I want to do that with this person specifically? Out of all the potential options available to me in my orbit? That's a deep question. And the answer, unfortunately, can only be found by asking more deep questions. One really good deep question to really dig into how exactly you feel about this person. Ask yourself, am I able to be around this person and really let loose and just be who I am, man? Can I do that? are they going to judge me poorly? Are they going to ridicule me for being who I am and doing what I want? Am I having to put on a show, like faking it almost, to be somebody I'm not? And on the flip side, you have kind of the same question, but asked in a little bit of a different way. Does this person make me want to be better? Does this person make me want to go through the effort, spend the time, go through whatever hardship is required to better myself as a person for this other person? Because maybe I don't even need to do that for myself. Maybe I was perfectly fine just living my life the way I was. But I know that if I were to change in this way, that it would be good for them. It would make them happy. It might even hurt me a little bit, but it would make them happy. Do I want to do that? Is this person so important to me that I would go through the struggle, the effort, and the time to go ahead and change myself as a person, knowing that doing so would be good for them? That's a good question to ask. Another great question: are we the type of people who blow up and spiral out of control at the slightest inconvenience? Are we? Because if we're just gonna bicker and argue and eventually fall apart, then maybe it's not worth it to try and build anything with this person if we're just gonna destroy it right after it's made. And it doesn't have to be the little things either. Maybe you can handle the little things like actual adults. Maybe you're healthy, you can healthily handle the little things. But then what about the big things in your life? You have goals, and the other person has goals, I would assume. Are your goals compatible? And are you willing to compromise in the ways that they are not? And then, of course, where are you going to live? And what job are you going to have? You'd be surprised how often people have to move a great distance to be with somebody else. And it's a really good question to ask. Are you willing to live in this other place and having to get a job in this new place because you're living in that new place for this person? Furthermore, all right. What was the question again? Fuck. Are you in agreement on what you're doing in terms of building a family? Have you decided whether or not you're going to have children? And if you are going to have children, then are you prepared for that? Like, do you have an idea in mind on how many would be ideal? And what about money? Money is the leading cause of ruined marriages. Are you in agreement on who is making how much money at this job or whatever other job they could potentially have? And are you in agreement on what you can and cannot spend your money on? Because some people have very expensive habits, very expensive hobbies, very destructive hobbies. Some people like to gamble. Some people like to spend $20 a day on nicotine products. Some people like overly expensive collectible items. some people like to donate way too much money to an online streamer or some other similar thing. Things like that causing a financial instability can ruin the entire thing. It's not an easy question to answer, and none of the answers might be something that you want to hear. It sucks. It is what it is. I know. However, it can all be made better by the fact that you have full control. Well, maybe not control would be the best word, but more like just ownership. Just taking ownership of how you choose to feel about certain people can really make things a lot smoother in the long run. It can help you make smarter decisions about who you choose to pursue and who you choose not to pursue. Because maybe chasing after the hottest person in town is a waste of time, and you would be better off just settling with some guy that you, or some person that you might not have even thought of before. However, because you have control over who you choose to love and how much you choose to love them, it doesn't even have to feel like you're settling. You can settle for some person, but you can love them just as much as you would a famous, sexual icon or whatever, like Leonardo DiCaprio or Marilyn Monroe or whatever. You can love any Joe or Jane off the street, and you can choose to love them as much as you would this hot, idealistic, sexual icon of a character. It is completely up to you, and it is completely within your power. And the sooner you realize that, the smoother your relationships will go. That's all. Goodbye.